chapter, that is visualizing solid shapes, chapter number 15th. So it's again going to be a very interesting chapter. So first we'll do the introduction, then a few ideas about the solid shapes, and then their number of edges, vertices, faces, and then we'll discuss few examples, and then we'll solve the exercise 15.1. So starting with the introduction, plane figures and the solid shapes. So in this chapter you will classify figures you have seen in terms of what is known as dimensions. In our day-to-day life we see several objects like books, balls, ice cream cones, etc. around us which have different shapes. One thing common about most of these objects is that they all have some length, breadth and the height or the depth. So sometimes we consider as a height, for example room, we'll take height of a room, but if we talk about a well, we'll take the depth of the well. Now so that is, they all occupy space and have three dimensions. So the object having all occupy the space and having three dimensions, they are known as the solids, as you all know. So hence they are called three dimensional shapes. So they are called three-dimensional shapes. Three-dimensional means having length, width and the height. So do you remember some of the three-dimensional shapes? For example, solid shapes we have seen in the earlier class. For example, this is a cylinder. Yes, this is a sphere. This ball is a sphere. Then this is a cuboid. Then this is a cube. Okay, this is a cone, and this one is a pyramid. So you have all have the ideas about this. Okay. Yes, if you're not having, then just giving a reminder. So looking here, we can see, yes, this is a prism. Okay, this is a prism, as you can see. This is a cylinder. So there, this one is a cuboid. So this is a cube. This one is a cube, and this is again a pyramid. So now we can see here, and one more. This is a cube. No, this is not a cube. Yes, this is a cone. Very good. So in this way we have different things. Okay, so now these basic things we have already seen. Now what is our topic now? If we say try to identify some objects shape like each of these. Okay, now by the similar arrangement we can say that the figures drawn on papers which have only length and the breadth, having only length and the breadth, they are known as two-dimensional figures or the plane figures. We have also seen some of the dimensional figures in the earlier classes. For example, if you know rectangle, then circle, yes, triangle, then a square, and then this is a quadrilateral. So in this way this is two-dimensional, and we are dealing with the three-dimensional because they are having only the length and the width, they are not having the height here. Then we talk about so we can write 2D in short for two-dimensional and 3D in short for three-dimensional. Then we have faces, edges and the vertices. If we see in the pictures, do you remember the faces, vertices, edges of a solid shapes which you studied earlier? So here you can see them for a cube. So cube you can see, vertex means, I'll explain this with the help of the objects, then edges and the faces. Now when I say this is a cube, so its vertex means, so before telling you the vertex, let me tell you the face. Face means how many surfaces it's having. So we can see this is the first surface, then this is the top one, so this is the bottom one. Then we have the side faces 1, 2, 3 and 4. 1, 2, 3 and 4 side faces. So in a cube all the faces are alike, means we have the shape of a square for the surfaces, and even the length of the height is also equal. So in this cube we know that the length, this is length, this is width and this is height, all are equal in dimensions, So then if you talk about the edges means the, yes, edge is this, where the surfaces are meeting each other, that is the edge. So how many edges we can see? First the faces, 6 surfaces or the faces we have. Then edges, if you talk about the edges, then look here, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, then here 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 and 2 are here, 11 and 12. So 12 we have. How many we have? 12 edges we have. Then we talk about the vertex. Vertex means the point where the edges are meeting. 1, 2, 3, 4. Then we have here 5, 6, 7, 8 vertices. Now if we talk in the same way about the cuboid has the same things. though its length, width and height are not equal, but the faces, edges and the vertices are equal. Then if we talk about the cone, if we see the cone having two surfaces, one a curved surface, other a flat surface. So this is a circular in shape, this is curved. Then if we see this pyramid, this is a triangular, means having the base also triangle and the faces also triangle. If we see this, if we talk about the suppose pyramid here, so how many faces it's having? 1, 2, 3 and 4. Then number of vertices 1, 2, 3 and 4, right? Then number of faces 1, 2, 3 triangle and 4 faces. Now the number of edges 1, 2, 3 and 3 here, 3 and 3, 6. So likewise, if we have the mental image of, if we can make the image in the mind, we can easily find the number of edges, number of vertices and other things. Okay, so we know that now what we have done here, we have made the 3D shapes in the paper itself. Okay, so like for example, if you see the table number 15.1, now the vertices, edges, faces of a cuboid are 6, edges of the cuboids are 12, vertices of the cuboids are 6. Now if we see about this pyramid, then we can say that our faces are 4, vertices are 4, edges will be 6 likewise. So likewise for these two also you can easily tell. Now then we have the nets for building 3D shapes. Nets means like you have seen that in the math lab manuals we have drawn so many things, even in the grid papers are given so that we can cut out and make the things from it. Like for example, suppose if we have cutting paper like this, putting the numbers and just trying to join them, then what kind of figure we are getting. Okay, so suppose if we are joining this, we can get a cuboid because they are different dimensions. If we have all the dimensions equal, so maybe we are getting the cube. Then if we see, if we cut a cone from its curved surface, then we get the shape of the cone like this. Then if we make this yes, a rectangle here and do two circles here, if we fold this, paste it, what we'll get here, we get a cylinder here. So likewise we can do pyramid. If we have a square here, then 3 triangles with all the sides, then if we add, we'll get a pyramid. So we can make these, or these are called nets. Okay, so net by suitable, separating the edges and others. So on the basis of this only we will do the exercise 15.1. in this same video we'll discuss this. I'll tell you the solution of this exercise. Okay, so this is the basic idea what we are doing with in the first exercise. So okay, so you can easily understand this. Okay, so just now after this we are going to solve the exercise 15.1. We are going to start the solution of the exercise 15.1 of the chapter 15. Now question number 1 is identify the nets which can be used to make the cubes. Cut out copies of the nets and try it. Yes, practically doing the things is more easy to understand, as well as now once we are doing the things practically, so it will last in our mind for a long time. Okay, now as we see here, so they are saying which are the nets can be used to make the cube. So as we see, the second one is there. Okay, the second one is there, which we just move and we'll get the answer. Then we have the third, then we have the second, third, fourth and sixth. So second, third, fourth and sixth. So these are the nets from which we can easily make the cubes. Then in the question number 2, so this you do practically, you will come to know. Now in the question number 2, dice are the cubes with the dots on each face. Opposite faces of the die always have a total of 7 dots, remember this. So like 5 is here, then at the back of this 2 will be here. Now like here 4 is here, so at the bottom it will be 3. Now you can see 2 here, so this side, yes, this side, now this is 1, then this side will be 6 likewise. Okay, so here are 2 nets to make the dice. The numbers inserted on the each number, we have to tell the number so that we can have the die. So we can see here 4. Then as we know, when we fold this, make a cube, then we'll get the place, 2 will come here, 1 will come here, 3 will. So if you cut out the net, like in the lab manuals you have the pages at the last, the grid pages are given, so you can use those pages. Then in this also you can see here 4, 6 and 5 are coming here.
Then moving towards the next question, question number 3. So if you see the question number 3, can this be a net for a die? Explain your answer. So this is given, so it means what we'll do. So the answer is no. The answer is no. Reason is this cannot be net for a die because one pair of opposite face will have 1 and 4 on them, and the other pair of opposite face will have 3 and 6 on them. So whose total is not equal to 7. So the condition is for making a die, the sum of the opposite sides or the opposite faces which consist of dots, their sum should be 7. Then question number 4 is, here is an incomplete net for making a cube. So complete it at least in 2 different ways. Remember that a cube has a 6 faces, right? How many faces are there in the net here? Give 2 separate diagrams. If you like, you may use square sheets for easy manipulation. So look here. So this is a figure given here. No. So one thing is what we are doing here, we are making this. So looking here, we have taken 1 2 3 and 1 2 3 here. If you join them, will get the answer. In the same way here, 1 2 3 1 2 3 4. Okay, so any of the way we can make the things. So you can see here it's very easy to make. So this is incomplete cube. They are saying if this is incomplete, so completed. So it means what is need to be understanding required is this is what given in the question and what we have added here, and then second part, this is what given in the question and the way we have done it. Okay, so it's easy to understand. Then question number 5, match the nets with the appropriate solids. With the appropriate solids, as we know, it's very easy. So if we see here, so if this is there, then this can be converted into a cube, and this is a for the cone, this is for the cylinder, and this is for the pyramid. Okay, this we have done earlier also. So in this way we can easily, so we have to just try to get an image of it inside our mind. If you are going to get the image inside our mind, so it's very easy to solve this question. So with this we come to the end of this exercise. So thank you very much.